We're going to make a large fox head with a little bit of body and some cool tail coming round. But we're going to start off first with the nose, and then we'll work our way over to the back end of his body. So to do this, let's find the center of our page, and we're going to jump over about 3 fingers from the edge, and I'm going to put a number 1. From this, I'm going to go over and then curve round to connect. And then I'm just going to fill it in. This is going to form his little nose. Underneath the nose, I'm going to go horizontally, and I'm kind of angling toward this corner. So to go under the nose, start drawing toward the corner, slightly, in a straight line. And you want to go over about 4 fingers. If it's not, just add it, make it longer. From here, the top of the nose, I'm going to come up, and I'm going past. I'm not aiming toward the corner. I'm aiming up toward the mid area over here, toward the top of my page. So it's narrow and gets wider here. Then I'm going to go up slightly toward the top of my page, but of course I only go up about 1.5 fingers. This should equal right in here, this edge. Now you can slightly adjust your nose by coloring in this area and rounding this. And then I'm going to curve so I'm more horizontal. Measure over about 3 fingers. If you can't see the line, just extend it. This becomes the fox nose head area. From here, where the mouth ends, I'm going to drop down about 1.5 fingers. So 1 finger and then leave a little space. See how I measured? And I'm going to take this and bring it over, right over to my line. Above this, I'm going to put in this area here, I'm going to skip over 1 finger and I'm going to put a number 1. Then I'm going to go down diagonally and over horizontally. I'm going to curve this now. I'm going to round this, come out, and I'm going to round it on this side. Let me show you close up. That forms his eyeball. I'm doing a slight curve here. And above here, we're going to put a small, his ear that's in the back. So I'm going to go diagonal, find the halfway point here. And then I'm going to go up to the top of the page. I'm going to go diagonally down, and then I'm going to come out from the top, diagonal, and round till it meets this end. This is the ear on the other side of his body, and this is the inside of his ear. So if you put a few little hair lines to show this is inside the ear, right in here. Some hair textures. They have long, big ears. Now on this side, find the eye, jump over about 2 fingers, put a little mark. I'm going to come up and curve. Curve to the top of the page. Then I'm going to go down diagonal toward here, and then I'm going to slightly put a straight line in here, a vertical line. This is going to go narrow, diagonal down, so we have almost triangles forming here, these nice little angles here. And then I'm going to curve backwards, curve this way. And again, this is the inside of the ear here, right in here. So if you put some furry texture to show that's inside the ear. Now if these areas don't meet, just connect the head. Above the eye, I'm going to put a line, diagonal, and do these kind of swooping, this is fur texture. And this is going to come around, let's bring this in first. I'm going to bring it over a little bit more. This should line up with the ear. So if we line up, take this ear, drop down, you want this to come over to the ear. So I'm dropping down straight and bringing this in. Now, then I'm going to start some fur here. This is the fur that goes around his face. So I'm going to start here and watch first, and then you can do it. And I'm doing short, choppy, slightly curved, and I'm curving to the left. Curve to the left, curve to the left, continue this line as a giant backward C, curve it to the left, and bring it back up. This is some fur texture around his neck. So you're going to fill in that area. You could put a little texture underneath, a little furry texture here. And in front of his eye, do a few little fur textures. In this area, I'm going to do a row of dots and then random in between another row, couple up top. This is just for whiskers, the whisker area. If you want to give a slight curve here too to him, you can. And I like a little bit more fur in here too. A little bit, little furs. So vary, some long, some tall. And then this is going to come down, so find this line, come behind the fur, and then we're going to curve, slight curve to the end of the page. We're going to come off of his ear, this small curve off the ear. You don't want him coming up high, that's too high up. So toward this small backward C shape here, I'm going to curve down and to the off the page. So it dips off the page like you're sliding down a slide. So here's our head with our neck, the nice thick neck going into our body. Now we have a little bit of a leg, just the top leg here. So I'm touching, going down, then curving to the left. And I can go over about 2 or 3 fingers and just put a diagonal line. This is the leg here. This is negative space behind the animal. This is the animal's tummy right here. Tummy area. And then if you have room up at the top, you can put a little peak in, like I have here. The little peak of his tail showing through, so it can come off the diagonal and then back. And then you can give a little fur texture here, depending on how far over you've put it. Now if you made this farther over this way, you can add more body out this way. See? Say if I want him more this way. I can add more tail, more body, depending on how far over you have put him on your composition. Then add some more and end your tail there. Sometimes we have to adjust it and make it a little bit bigger here and there. And there we have our fox.